What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is the horse horoscope for 2021. Let's dive into it. So to begin with, as always, our elements. Wood horses, any horse years ending in the number 4. Our last one was 2014. For you, this year you will find a career that makes you the most money. For a fire horse, horse years ending in a 6, this year you will finally find the right one. It doesn't specify if that's love, hobby, job. It doesn't, car, house, doesn't say, but you will find the right one. Earth, ending in an 8, so we're at 78. Was our last one for the earth horses. Try to be rational, do not overestimate your chances, and do not stop striving. Then metal horses, end in a 0. Our last one was 1990. And this year you need a lot of patience and diplomacy. And then last but not least, water horses, our last one being 2002. Try to surround yourself with people who think positively. Jumping into our first major category, money and finance, and career as well. So those born under the horse zodiac, our horses are going to have a beginning of the year that is full of success and accomplishments. But don't let any opportunities pass you by. Work hard and rewards won't fail to appear. So hopefully that already happened for you, because we're by no means in the beginning of the year anymore. At work, you're going to enjoy many benefits, and you will also travel a lot on business. Think twice before you make an investment and spend your money carefully. So this year, horses need to feel independent, free, and above all, unsupervised by anybody. You guys can't stand jobs that force you to be stuck in an office, either. Your active nature makes you prefer jobs where you get to interact with people, and so it's no surprise that retail and public relations are generally, the jobs that attract horses. Horse natives like to be original and to take fast decisions. The careers that imply patience and detailed work just aren't for you. It's only when you're continuously moving that you feel like you're in your element. You like to not be stagnant, which I can understand. This year you'll always know where to direct your efforts and how to obtain maximum efficiency. If problems occur and it proves that you can't handle things by yourself, just be sure that this is a momentary issue. It's not going to be an issue for very long. Because the issue will arise, but you will very quickly be back in business. You will have overcome it, solving that issue in an admirable manner, and proving that you deserve much more than maybe what you were getting beforehand as well. Never leave anything to chance, as you will make the best arrangements with any opportunities that come up, for the support and with the goal of having as many resources as you can use quickly and efficiently, whether that be investments or personal matters. And so for those reasons, you have the tendency of becoming too practical and too stingy with money, getting to the point where you never take any risks, which is necessary to be successful in business. For love, in 2021, you'll prove to be superficial in your relationships, or it can happen that this is not your main priority anymore. This year will be unlucky for those born in this year. I did read this a little bit this does contradict itself in a later point. If you wish to avoid any unpleasant situations in this sphere of life, you may need to pay more attention to your partners if you have one. For those of you that don't, you should not immerse yourselves in plans and works, because you may miss the chance of finding a mate this year. And if you're super lucky, it may even be your soulmate. Towards the end of the years, you will fall in love easily. Now, this says towards the end of the year. I would say probably October onwards would be that end of the year, and sort of increasing in likelihood as we go into next year. So you'll fall in love easily, but because of that, you may often end up with your heart broken in that phase. It may be that you'll fall easily for someone, and maybe you'll get rejected. The next one you'll only last a short time with. Those sorts of things. It's going to be a turbulent time. Astrologers recommend that you be very cautious when starting romantic relationships this year. You also need to resist the urge to spend too much money pleasing your loved ones, with the hope that that will lead you to being able to obtain a harmonious love life. The most important lesson for you this year is that money can't buy you true love. As you are full of energy, sociable, and extremely appreciated by everyone around you, in a relationship, you will be devoted body and soul to your loved ones, and because of your high energy nature in going out of your way to do things for them and prove your love, they will be willing to make some sacrifices. You'll be willing to make sacrifices to ensure their happiness, which will just make them appreciate you even more. This year, horses will also, the wording here confuses me, but the tiger and the monkey, as well as the dragon, are your compatibilities. Horses and rats should be avoided, like a horse-rat union. So that's 6 years older, 6 years younger, 18 years older or younger, 30 years older or younger. Anything that's a multiple of 12 plus 6 to be avoided. As far as age differences go, they are not for you. With those couplings, generally confrontations are prone to happen on a daily basis. But with the tiger, you may find yourself dividing household chores with each other, without sort of having to have that, like, you know what I mean? It'll just sort of be, you feel like they will be picking up their share of the work. It could also mean this year, horse and tiger natives will also make a good pairing for being parents, as they fall into the category of 2 zodiac signs that are actually compatible to raise a child. With the monkey, you'll find that you're able to accomplish everything that you plan together, provided that you manage your temper and your pride. And then it just says you'll have a special relationship with the dragon, whatever that means. Now the monkey's 2 years younger or 10 years older, and the tiger is 6 years their junior or senior. They are the opposites of each other. So that's 4 years younger, 8 years older. No, 4 years older, 8 years younger, other way around. And the dragon is 2 years your senior. Obviously then plus multiple of 12. Health. Because you love sport and you have a restless lifestyle, horses are never going to gain too much weight, and they will stay supple until old age. You will live long lives and your zest for life will never vanish. Your health is going to be excellent in the first half of the year, although some minor dental issues might ruin your good mood, which is funny because teeth and a horse's age, it fits for you. According to the Chinese horoscope, the end of 2021, so the half of the year we're currently in, will make you more prone to some health issues, in particular pulmonary affections. Now, I'm not fully up to speed on all the symptoms of COVID, but I'm hoping that that doesn't mean you'll catch that. Please stay safe, follow whatever guidelines and mandates are in place for wherever you live. If you've got to if they say wear a mask, wear a mask. If they say stay at home, stay at home. It's really not worth it. There is also an increased risk for getting involved in some accidents. Another reason to just stay home. We've come a long way with our technology. You can now get everything delivered, including your groceries, so there's really no reason to have to leave. So if you don't have to, don't do it. To counteract these misfortunes, however, you are advised to donate blood and to wear feng shui objects for protection against diseases and accidents, which does actually bring us to the feng shui tips for you. But in it does not actually let me know what things would protect you against diseases and accidents, so you probably have to look that up. What feng shui objects protect against diseases and accidents. I'm sure I will leave this linked below, like this website. I'm sure it's got something in here somewhere. There is a feng shui tab, so it might be in there. Your favourable directions are north and south, so going north and south are favourable directions for you. Your lucky colours are purple and gold, both very royal colours. Your lucky numbers are 3 and 6. Your favourable months and your unfavourable months. Going off the Chinese lunar months, meaning that we take new moon to new moon, starting on, I believe it was the 12th of February, was Lunar New Year for this year. That's when Lunar January started, because that was Lunar New Year. New Year's the first day of January, obviously. So the lunar months of March, which would start in April, if January starting in February starts in March, March starts in April. June would start in July, and December would be in January next year. Those are your favourable months. July, which we're now in, is an unfavourable month, and October, which will start in November, is also going to be unfavourable. Two objects that it does give me, however, is the green Tara, or the female Buddha. It will remove cumbersome obstacles from your everyday life, and is a particularly powerful remedy for women. It will protect you against thieves, black magic, water, poverty, fire, injustice, bullies, and poison, which are known as the 8 fears. It's a very eclectic group, but there you have it. You also have the 9 Eyes Zai bracelet, or Z bracelet. This will act as a protector. It will eliminate evil, or facilitate the elimination of evil, and it will help you to gather wealth, to be healthy, and to attract success. To have the power to gain, and also will bring out compassion for you. It's also recommended for people born in the Dragon Year, which could help with that special relationship with the dragon that we mentioned earlier. best advice for you this year is to never forget to forgive yourself and always remember to love yourself. And then month by month, oh, I noticed that. Doing a lot of tinkering back there. Month by month, in January, your budget would have seen better days. If you moderated and didn't spend excessively or unnecessarily, then you didn't have to worry. Otherwise, that was a very financially hard time for you. In February, romantic relationships were emphasized throughout the month, Valentine's Day, and pleasant meetings with loved ones were likely to occur, and children might have been a topic of particular interest. In March, you would have been successful when it came to hobbies or activities involving children, whether yours or others. Professionally, the end of a stage is in sight, therefore you either interrupt the relationships with a superior or you finalize a professional activity that lasted for at least a year. Your public image and your position within a social institution will be permanently changed. Now, that social institution might be work and your social life at work. It might be a sporting club, or some other kind of club. It could be, just sort of within your friends group. You may find that your position there gets changed a little bit, or did change a little bit. April, the professional relationships, your professional relationships would have been well supported, especially with those of your superiors, which is a good change from the month before, where they were sort of interrupted. A troubled period at work probably occurred between the 7th and the 13th, so for that sort of second week of April. Your superiors may have requested resuming past professional activities that were left unfinished, or they may bring into discussion your work conditions. In May, you had a lot of headaches regarding all kinds of documents, institutions, and people that you just didn't get along with. Although everything seemed very tangled, you should know that following period, that things sort of settled down and were resolved once and for all. And so all of your stresses were eliminated. In June, if the last few months gave you the impression that you couldn't solve all of the problems that you faced, you can now finally relax. 2 seconds. What are you doing? Come back over here. Oh, I know. Precious. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. You good? Okay. So yeah, in June, if the last few months gave you the impression that you couldn't solve all the problems you faced, you would have been able to relax in June. A seemingly hopeless situation would have suddenly been solved, bringing you to a final liberating front. What are you doing down there? And that was the moment for you where new beginnings and new challenges would have arose. This month, your keyword is love. You're likely to make your relationship official with somebody, or to meet the person who'll bring you in front of the altar eventually. Whatever it is, the idea is that love will be the central point of this month, so all you have to do is enjoy all of the surprises coming for you. Next month, it will be increasingly difficult for you to accept that people around you... What are you doing? That people around you won't fully agree with you all the time. every day you'll struggle to convince them of your, like, of the rightness and the correctness of your opinions, losing sight that should not be your goal. Oh, you doing it? Get out of there. You know what? Okay. Is that what you want? Where were we? August. So yeah, don't lose sight that your main goal shouldn't be convincing people that your opinions are right. You should accept others as they are, or just choose to be closer with some of them. It's really two options. You either accept that everyone else has different opinions and yours doesn't always have to be right, and that they are allowed to have theirs and still be respected for those opinions, even if you disagree with them, or you choose to just, you know, die on your hill and take your side, and just let those relationships, in whatever capacity they are, drift away naturally. In September, although at the end of the summer, which is interesting because September's the beginning of spring in the Southern Hemisphere, but although at the end of the summer you had health problems, the fall will start under the best auspices in this sense. For those of you with me in the Southern Hemisphere, exchange summer for winter and fall for spring. It's not outside of the realm of possibility that you may change your job, whether it's be getting a transfer or a promotion or an actual, like, you just make a career change. That's not out of the realm of possibility, but you have nothing to fear. Whatever your new team involves will welcome you in with open arms, so just be calm, everything will be fine. September's going to be just fine. In the first few days of the month of October, you'll have plenty of work to do, so don't schedule any meetings in the evening. You're going to need those to be catching up on all the work that just got away from you because you were so busy for the rest of the day doing all the other stuff. After the 15th of October, you have the green light to do whatever you want because your job will allow it. Be more mindful of what your life partner wants because you've been ignoring them lately. Which, to be completely fair, between September and October and all of that work and the career change, understandable, but do try to remember to give them the attention that they deserve as well. In November, don't go on a spending spree because an event is likely to occur that will cost you, so it'd be better if you had some savings for that. If it's an anniversary that you've forgotten, of any kind, whether it's a wedding anniversary, it might be sort of like, you know, maybe you and some friends celebrate the, you know, the anniversary of your friendship, or whatever it might be. But if it's an anniversary that you forgot and you don't bring us a present, that may start problems with that respective person, as they'll get upset. Additionally, at the end of the month, you'll have a lot of shopping to do, because Christmas. And then December, finishing us off, you've needed to take a trip somewhere, but for reasons that are not entirely up to you, COVID, everything got postponed. Now, you need to find a solution to escape boredom during this period obviously being December. A friend will give you some ideas for locations worth visiting, and if you've got your partner, if you've got kids, it might be worth checking out some of those locations as a family, getting the whole family away during the Christmas break, those locations, not knowing what's going to happen with COVID, those locations are probably going to be local ones, sort of the hidden gems of your city or your region, depending on where you live and how big the town or city you live in is. It may end up just being some hidden gems that you didn't know existed that may become your favorite places after that. But yeah, that's all for you guys. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that notification bell as well. If you liked this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Again, the links will be in the description down below. And until next time, guys, keep your heads screwed on.